Right then, basically, as you probably either might already know or you haven't known, is that I do play Destiny 1 a lot. In my opinion, it's quite a good game.
I have witnessed
And every time I've seen the vending machine thing with all the exotics in it, either for your class or the weapons that you own. Every single time that I've had a look and tried to check mine to see which ones I still need to get or which ones I already have got, I always check on the internet, mostly YouTube, and I can't find a video anywhere where it's all Year 3 Age of Triumph exotics for the game. It's only ever taken King or Rise of Iron or Year 1, and I can never find one that's fully updated for today in Year 6 for the exotics that this game has. And so I'm not saying it hasn't been done, it's just I can't find one. So I'm basically making this video because I've just completed my my 50th RAF clear or whatever, and I finally got the Adept Genesis chain, which is the last thing I was after. I got that after Outbreak Prime and Chaperone, which is quite unbelievable. But here I'm just making a sort of a video as a reference point for anyone that maybe wants to check on what exotics they've got in Age of Triumph, to see which ones they still need to get or which ones they already have got. Yeah, so in the current primary one, you've got Zahallo Supercell, Hard Light, Sirius Regime, Monte Carlo, The First Curse, The Last Word, Hawk Moon, No Time to Explain, Bad Juju, Red Death, Boolean Gemini, and Touch of Malice. Personally, out of this entire collection, Zahallo Supercell is quite good for a couple of raid encounters, and it's quite good in Crucible. Hard Light is shit. Sirius Regime it's a good auto rifle, but it's bad. Monte Carlo is awful. First Curse, everyone thinks it's bad, but it's actually okay if you know how to use it. The Last Word is sweaty. Hawk Moon is sweaty. No Time to Explain, no one ever uses that. Bad Juju is quite good if you're trying to get pulse rifle bounties done for the Crucible. Red Death is also the same. Boolean Gemini is quite a good scout rifle, and Touch of Malice is only good for Daughters and King's Fall. Current Primary 2, Jade Rabbit, Talak, Mida Multitool, Fawn, Kvostov, Outbreak Prime, Necrochasm, Aethon's Epilogue, Fatebringer, Praedif's Timepiece, and Vision of Confluence. All of these are Adept. Jade Rabbit is a good scout rifle. Talok is also a good scout rifle, however it is only Warlock class based. I do also have Fabian's Strategy and Ace of Spades, which are all both good for their designated class. Mida Multitool is a sweaty scout rifle, Fawn is a sweaty hand cannon, Kvostov is a sweaty auto rifle, Outbreak Prime is quite good for certain raid encounters, mostly for Wrath of the Machine, and it could also be used in Crucible if you know how to use it properly. Necrochasm has the highest, I believe to be the highest RPM in the game, which means it's sweaty. Aethon's Epilogue Adept, Fatebringer Adept, Praedif's Timepiece Adept, and Vision of Confluence Adept. They are all basically useless if you already have the legendary versions, because the perks for these don't really change at all between this one and the legendary, except this one. These ones look different, and they've also take up an exotic slot in your inventory. Current Primary 3, we've got Abyss Defiant Adept, Word of Crota Adept, Oversoul Edict Adept, Fang of the Ute Adept, Anguish of Dristan Adept, Zuli's Bane Adept, Smut Moraine Adept, Doom of Chelchis Adept, Genesis Chain Adept, Fever Remedy Adept, Steel Medulla Adept, and Chaos Dogma Adept. All of these are Adept weapons that you can get from specific raids. The 4 ones up here are from Crota, the 2 here and the 2 below here are from King's Fall, and the 4 ones down here are from Wrath. They are all quite good for their own specific traits, so if you were to use them in the raids that they come from, they will be quite good. Genesis Chain is crap, and I would probably say the BB gun is crap as well. Anguish of Dristan sucks. The Scout Rifle is quite good. Smut Moraine is okay, and I don't really know about the hand cannon. Word of Crota sucks, Abyss Defiant sucks, Oversoul Edict is good, and Fang of the Ute is good. Current Special 1, Telesto, Plan C, Queenbreaker's Bow, The Chaperone, Invective, Universal Remote, Fourth Horseman, Lord of Wolves, Dreg's Promise, Zen Meteor, Patience and Time, and Trespasser. Telesto is probably one of the best pulse rifles, or fusion rifles, sorry, in this game when it comes to exotics. Plan C, I've never really used it, but I've heard that it's sweaty. Queenbreaker's Bow, Don't know, it's just another fusion rifle. The Chaperone, you have to do a really, really long ass quest for. That's really not worth it. It's supposed to shoot out slugs, but it really doesn't. It's awful, don't try and grind through it. Invective is awful, Universal Remote is quite good. Fourth Horseman is sweaty, Lord of Wolves is definitely sweaty, Dreg's Promise is sweaty, Zen Meteor is okay, Patience and Time is okay, and Trespasser is sweaty. Current Special 2, Hereafter. Black Spindle, No Land Beyond, Icebreaker, and Vex Mythoclast. Vex Mythoclast is quite good for fusion rifle kills in the Crucible if you can't really hold down for the charge. If you keep dying because of the charge time for Telesto, it's better to use Vex Mythoclast. Icebreaker is a good but also sweaty sniper rifle. If you can't be bothered to walk around the map and get some special ammo, you might as well use that. No Land Beyond is a good sniper rifle, but it's also can be used by sweats quite a lot. Black Spindle is good for raids in general, and Hereafter I've never really used it, but I've heard that it's shit. Current Heavy 1, Sleeper Simulant, Thunderlord, Super Good Advice, Dragon's Breath, Truth, Boltcaster, Razorlighter, Dark Drinker, Galahorn, Nemesis Star, and the Young Wolf's Howl. Young Wolf's Howl is shit. If you've got it, immediately get rid of it. Nemesis Star is also shit. The fucking longer that you fire for, it has, it takes longer for it to fire. Galahorn is really good for raids. I wouldn't suggest using it in Crucible though, it's probably just a waste. Dark Drinker is good, Razorlighter is good, Boltcaster is good. These three swords are basically dependent on whatever you use them for. Dark Drinker is good for basically any part in a raid, Razorlighter is good for taking out mages, and Boltcaster is good for clearing out ads in the Lampbit, Fort, Crota's End. Truth is the best tracking in the game, which means it's a good rocket launcher. Dragon's Breath is awful, Super Good Advice is bad. Thunderlord is better than Nova Mortis and Abaddon. Sleeper Simulant is good for practically anything, and it's usually in high competition against Galahorn or Iron Galahorn, depending on which one you use. Whatever the situation, sort of think and see if Galahorn or Sleeper Simulant is better for that, one over the other. Nova Mortis and Abaddon are both shit machine guns that are basically, they're just their own elements equivalent to Thunderlord, but Thunderlord is probably the best one. As you can see, all year 3 exotics in the game. My clan member, that he's been playing the game way longer than me, he's only got to get the King's Full weapons, which means he's got to wait another 4 weeks because it's only weekly in 3 weeks time now. So but I still need to get all the year 1 sort of heavies, the specials and the primaries. Not that much. Vex Mythoclast is going to be a bitch to try and get hold of. If Xur ever sells special exotic engrams, I think these might be quite easy to get hold of. I was quite lucky with Icebreaker, it was my first ever exotic I got. Heavy, I still need to get Truth and Galahorn, which shouldn't be too hard considering none of them really have quests attached to them. And I'm pretty sure if I play probably about waste my life away on Prison of Elders, I'll probably get some year 1s quickly from that as well.